from the Dunkin' Donuts Iced Coffee Lounge.
All right, let's bring up the Empress herself, the Dowager Empress Mary Beth. Come on up.
I may have gotten fat, but maybe that won't matter. Bottom line, I'll win her. We'll do some reminiscing. She'll see what she's been missing.
How fabulous for you is this show as it is for me to watch you in the show?
Is that a trick question?
No, not at all. I mean, obviously you do enjoy it, but how fun is it to be on stage at night?
It's beyond fabulous. If there was a word beyond fabulous, that's what it is. It's quite special, this part, for me at this point in my life, to get to do a role that is this rich, both as an actress and as a singer, is pretty rare.
I feel like after performing a role like the Empress, you just have to let loose and just because she's very stern, very.
Oh, I let loose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Karaoke and a few cocktails.
Yes. Have you been watching?
Oh, not at all.
Yeah.
I have some insiders backstage.
I guess you do.
Being such in this role is it easy to, after the show, do you have to take a few minutes to kind of like decompress and just become you again?
No, I come back to me pretty fast. I actually, John Bolton and I, we find our way back to ourselves quite quickly because the curtain call is so loud that we literally wear earplugs.
Oh, wow.
So I have to go at curtain call time and put my earplugs in, and then I take them out, and by the time I've taken them out, I'm back to me. Yep.
Do you have a favorite song throughout the album that you just, after the show, you could listen to until you're back on stage the next night?
I love Crowd of Thousands, and I love Stay I Pray You. They're just both so beautiful. And they help tell the story. The great thing about Stephen and Lynn's music is it's beautiful to listen to, but the lyrics and the music together keep moving the story forward and also reflect the character's situation and dilemma at the same time. It's I think quite unusual.
There's parts like just as the audience, I wish the audience, I don't wish the audience reacts for you guys, but I just want to scream out, especially at when you're supposed to realize that you know Anastasia, you know her. Come on, what are you doing?
I know.
I guess it would make the show a hell of a lot shorter.
We'd be
but
short.
Yeah, it
Yep.
would be short by a few and not good for business. And but. I got so invested watching it, which is a testament to your acting, where even though I know it's a storyline, I felt like I still should have just like, what are you doing? Don't go away.
I know.
You know her. You were dancing with her.
I've heard that from people too. They get really upset.
I know. I was one of them.
Well, I do have old eyes. That's probably what it is.
Watching the movie and seeing what you do every night, do you see a comparison to the movie? Like, did you pull a little from the movie, or did you bring your own twist?
I have to tell you, I saw the movie with my grandchildren before I did the workshop, actually, and then the minute we started working on the music, I forgot the movie. I don't really know. Other than the fact that it was Angela Lansbury. No, I don't think I can say I...
Well, speaking of your grandchildren, what do they think of seeing Grandma on stage?
Oh, they love it. They love it.
They're better than New York Times reviews sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Well, it depends. Yes.
Depending on the day.
It's fun because they call me Nona, and in the show, Anastasia calls me Nana. And sometimes both of us get confused. Sometimes I say, wait a minute, is it Nona?
Where am I?
Nana, where am I? Who am I? Yeah, it's close. It's a universal grandma name.
Oh, of course. What's it feel like seeing the reaction, especially right before intermission and at the end of the show, where the crowd has been sitting on their hands and just bursting with energy and loudness and wanting you guys to do a whole nother act practically? What's it like for you guys as a cast up on stage?
I'll tell you, speaking for myself, and I think I'm probably speak for everyone else, I've never been in a show that consistently, night after night, has the same over the decibel level reaction to both acts, but especially by the end. I never have. I mean, I've done a lot of shows, and there's always some nights that are better than others, but this show is consistently every night.
And for those that are unfamiliar with the show or the movie, it's a great show right now where we are just in life in general. And I was reading a post on the show's Instagram about a woman that came from overseas to see it, and
they come from everywhere.
From everywhere,
They come from everywhere.
that had to leave their homes behind, and how it relates to the show. And do you see those messages or hear about those messages night after night as you walk out the stage door?
Absolutely, the stage door is where we find out, because they want to tell you, I'm from Russia, I'm from Japan, I'm from. I mean, it's like a little UN at the stage door.
Just weird. Is there? Speaking of which, they're right down the block.
Oh yes, I know. Maybe we should go. No.
I'm sure it'd be a lot of better entertainment, but how great is it just knowing you're having such an impact on people, telling a story that was just derived from a movie, but it's affecting so many people?
It's very interesting. I think it's also unique about this musical, and I think the audiences, whether they know anything about Russian history or not, the fact that it's rooted in an actual event, actual people, actual event that happened in history, so that Anastasia, as she morphs from a reality that Anastasia actually exists and into the fairy tale, people take the same journey. And it's not just like the everyday princess story.
It's so true. Well, Mary Beth, thank you so much for joining us today and bringing the rest of your empire with you as well today. And for everybody watching, everybody that doesn't have tickets, you can get tickets over at AnastasiaBroadway.com, Anastasia B-Way on Instagram, over at the Broadhurst Theater, 235 West 44th Street, between 7th and 8th. It's a great show. You need to go see it. I wish you get to see the show from our perspective. I know you're a little busy, and rightfully so. But I wish you get to see what we get to see, and our winners that get to see it tonight. I think they'll understand what I'm talking about. So. Thank you so much for coming by today.
Thank
I appreciate
you. It's my pleasure.
And thank you to the cast of Anastasia as well.
Live from the Dunkin' Donuts Iced Coffee Lounge.